guys, we have a super duper a VIP. She's a very important person. Yes,
No, Laurie, not VIP. You VIP, an important, very VUIP, very an important person.
but you are very important person because you're imported from Denmark. So we import you. Imagine we pay you per hour just for this interview. And you imagine you're so busy there. You're the best cook in Denmark now. You're soon to be the best. Gonna have a culinary school soon, right? So that's my sister. For you guys to maybe Lucy, maybe I'm sorry guys, it's Lucy's show again and again. I do the introduction, my mistake. So I welcome you now to Lucy Show. 1, 2, 3, Lucy Show. No, actually, you have to introduce your twins. Not me. It's your show, remember? Okay, cut. Okay. And so let me introduce my sister. That's my sister Lulu. That's my twin sister Lulu. If you guys don't know, I have a twin sister. Our friend used to call us double the. They used to say right, double the trouble, double the girls. But I think you guys will find out what's our difference because we gonna our famous host here, Lucy, will ask questions, some more important questions because she's the. I think she's gonna be the famous what's that famous
She's gonna be the replacement of the Ellen DeGeneres show.
like the famous. You're not a newscaster, but I forgot I lose the word to be used. It show. Yeah. It's gonna be a famous talk show in town, Lucy's show. So okay, we're back now. So I'm the producer. 1, 2, 3, go. So our topic for today, we're going to interview Lulu. So, how's your life there?
How's my life? Pretty good, Rosie. Yeah, I don't know how to say it, but I think I'm one of the lucky one, I guess, that I don't feel any like homesick or whatever. I feel like I have everything that I could imagine or I never dreamed that I would ever have, you know. So I think I cannot complain. I've been so lucky, so grateful, I guess.
Okay. The producer next
Grateful
question.
because I have a good life. But
Yeah. Do you miss Philippines?
do I miss the Philippines? Yeah, of course. I miss the Philippines because in Denmark right now, for example, it's like raining all the time. We have more rain than it's supposed to be like summertime soon, like I guess middle of June. And now we
I'm sorry guys.
yeah, the signal is very bad, huh? Yeah, I have this Filipino accent all the time, huh? But yeah, right now, did they use it? Did you just ask about the weather? No, you did not.
No.
What was
Not at the
what was
not at the
no, I'm sorry, I didn't get it. What was it again, Rosie? I forget the question.
Do you miss Philippines?
Oh, if I miss the Philippines, yeah, I just said right about especially the weather and the people, of course, the people in the Philippines, friends, family. Denmark is, I feel like Denmark is one of the best country in the world, but in terms of socializing, I think it's a little bit hard in Denmark because people, of course, if you have Danish friends or families, it's not hard at all. But for a foreigner, it's a little bit hard. Like foreigner that doesn't have Danish friends, it's a little bit hard. It's not like the Philippines that if you go there, for example, I'm a foreigner in the Philippines and I don't know anyone. I can easily go anywhere and I can easily talk to anybody. But in Denmark, it's a little bit hard. Even though they are like, I think they're the second happiest country in the world, but I think they're lacking, only lacking with being the socializing thing. Because if you're a foreigner, that's a problem. It's a little bit hard to, like socialize with the things.
So do you have a hard time socializing back then?
Nope, because as I said, I've been lucky that I feel like I have everything that I could ever dream. that I never ever dream. You know, friends like they're not like how do you call that in English? They're not like the ordinary Danes. I know most a lot of the Danes they're reserved, but my husband's friends they're very outgoing. You know how do you say that? Introvert, extrovert, isn't it? So
Yeah,
they're
just
also very
the word outgoing.
yeah outgoing. Yeah, exactly. So what? So that's why I feel like I don't miss the Philippines because I have a great friends and they're like, you know, I am very as a Filipina, I'm very I like to compliment. I like to see things that you know, like sometimes the Danes will think, oh, the world get shocked that I did it like that, for example. But
Yeah, our host is just going to ask another question, right?
okay,
What are the difference between Philippines and Denmark?
the difference between Denmark and the Philippines, oh, a lot. The education is free, the healthcare is free. But you also have there's a consequences. You also have to pay high taxes, right? But in general, the quality of life is very is you know like you cannot complain anything in Denmark. I cannot complain in the Philippines. I will complain almost everything, right? I mean, it's not just I, also you guys, because especially finding work it's hard like that. What do you call that? The
Sorry, we don't
unemployment is very
we
high.
sorry, we don't complain about everything, but a lot of things we do complain just to correct that, right? Because I think
I
we
sorry, yeah.
yeah, because
Yeah, we
some things
complain. No, maybe no. This is the thing that I was meant to say. I'm talking about like finding job, for example, in the Philippines. We complain why it is very hard to find job. Like we would like to work almost any kind of work, right? But even though that it's hard to you know to find job.
yeah. So I'm the producer in this show, right? So I received a message, ma'am, Miss Rose. I'm the producer, so I have the right to interrupt you. Sure, is that possible? Yeah. So I get a message from a friend, and this friend would really like to know how it feels because you know this person as well. They are our friends back to Dumaguete during our business, our little coffee shop. And then when he find out that we're going to interview you, he told me, Lori, ask this one thing. Ask your sister how it feels. Ask yourself as well. Ask yourself as well. They would like to know what's the difference being a twin, like you're being a twin, because we're twin, right? We have no parent. We grew up without a parents. We lost our parents at the early age, so it's only me and her. We're a survivor, and our older sister, she's the one who was like she was like
Just
our
like
mother
the
and our
mother and the father, breadwinner in our family. Yeah.
sort of like that. And then to
Mm.
make the long story short, because that's my line, Miss Rose. To make the long story short, we would like to know how it feels like because we've been together for 28 years in the service, and now we're 31. And I would answer that in my part, and I'll give you the chance after me. Okay? So in my
Okay.
part, Lulu, because I was with her for 28 years, and then she met the prince charming of her life in our coffee shop during our working days. And then she was so lucky, and then she moved to Denmark, and I ended up being the one left behind the counter. Yeah. Remember? I'm left behind the counter. So it was so hard for me to run the business all by myself, as you know. And then it was really so hard for me. I was a mess. I'll call it that way. So I was thinking I was not able to myself easy, but luckily I with my right state of mind, with my positivity. They call
Yeah.
me and they said I'm very resilient. We're both very resilient. I managed to survive all by myself. So that's your answer now to that question.
Oh, not being with you. Okay. I think one thing that I noticed is I become shy because you're not there to, for example, to push me, to encourage me all the time. So before I was very outgoing. And now I'm a little bit. I feel like I'm one of the Danes now, the reserved Danes. I don't know if I consider myself as a reserved person, but I become reserved, I guess. And that's what I think, I guess. But I'm a little bit. I think I become more mature and like I'm like a granny now, a grandmother. That's how I think, like a grandmother. Because Laura is not there
Plus,
to push me to to do things like funny things or whatever. Yeah, all
yeah,
this
because
kind
I'm
of.
most. No, Rosie, what do you think? Let me ask you this.
You're like
You met.
crazy version of
Yeah,
me.
I will ask you. I will ask Rosie now. I would like to
Mm.
know what's Rosie's opinion about what's her, what's your yeah, what's can you see the difference? What's our difference? Because
Actually,
you met us both.
yeah, but I met Dudu, I think, just for a few weeks, right?
Yeah, but you can
What
tell,
did you
right?
say? What was it? I cannot hear you. What was it?
She said she met you for
Not for a long time. I think
Yeah.
because
Mm.
when you left, yeah, 'cause when you left Dumaguete, I think I
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah. That's true.
so yeah, you can just give us the because most of the people
Yeah,
most of our friends think like to the people we
yeah,
met, they all think we look the same, but we're totally
no,
opposite, as you know.
opposite. Yeah,
But she's so girly and so
I can
funny.
say that, and she's so manly. The way she walks,
My God.
No,
Guys,
Rosie, I don't think like I'm girly because I like the thing I saw it. Was it you're the one who said something like on your blog that you said, Laurie, that since we grew up with a father, we have like this manly personality.
yeah.
Yeah, I am like that, Rosie, because let's say Nikolai, my husband, he will always says that, did I marry a man?
Yeah, because
Is
we don't really have a mother figure. We
yeah,
lost our mom when we were like 7 years old, right? Or 6,
I
7,
think we
no?
go close to eight. Close to
Close
eight
to
if
8.
I'm yeah.
It's a 7. That's what I remember. So and
Oh, no, I'm
then we
sorry, we
go.
just started eight because it was June, and June is the starting school. School started June in the Philippines, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So
mm,
we grew up with our dad. We lost our dad when we were 12. 12, I think. 12.
like
And
13,
then
13 after 5 years. Yeah.
13.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I forgot. I'm sorry. I forgot. I'm too old now. I'm 31. It's been a long time. So when we lost, see, you can see that we grew up with our dad, right?
yeah,
So I think that's partly one of the reason why we're a little bit. We think like it's not really like we think like a man, but we're kind of like we always get along with guys. We
yeah.
can just easily get
Yeah.
along with guys. We really have a lot of girlfriends. We have a lot of friends, boyfriends, not boyfriend, guys. That's our friends, most of them,
Rosie, do
right?
you have a lot of boy friends?
So, Rosie, do you have any questions before we're gonna end our show?
Okay, I got
Because
one last question.
yes, yeah. What's that? Is it
Okay.
gonna be hard questions
Yeah.
that I'm gonna collapse and I'm gonna tell you later? Why did you ask that? So, what is that, Rosie?
If you choose to leave, which
Mm.
country? Philippines or Denmark, and why?
Denmark because I have everything. In the Philippines, it's hard. I mean, I love the Philippines. I have a lot of friends there, family, and the country itself is just so beautiful, the people. But it is hard in Denmark in terms of, I mean, finding job and all of that,
Hard
economy.
in the
Yeah,
Philippines. You say correct that you what you supposed to say. It's hard here in the Philippines.
yeah. Life in the Philippines is very difficult. Yeah. So, I mean, in
So
Denmark, even though you don't have education, it is easy to find a job as long as you're not picky. Yeah.
yeah, you're right. So we would like to apologize to our viewers if it's a little bit blurry, Rosie, right? Because
It's our connection. It's poor connection.
yeah, see, it's one of the difference again. Philippines, you guys will see that my sister Lulu in Denmark, her connection is awesome, and our connection, me and Rosie, will be blurry, and our voice is It's Philippines.
Welcome to the Philippines.
Yeah, but at least we're still happy, right?
Yes.
We're happy people. We smile all the time. We're very
Yeah,
Filipinos.
that's for sure.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're happy of every little thing. We are
Yeah,
very happy, always grateful, and we always
always
bring smile.
grateful. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Mm.
smile. Whatever happens, we smile, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
Smile. So thank you guys, and Lucy.
so thank you, Lulu,
Yeah, thank
for
you,
that.
Rose and Lori, for having
Having
me. And maybe next time we can include some of our friends and ask them to about what's their experiences in
Yes,
life
maybe
outside the
hi
Philippines.
to our viewers too, and to our friends that are watching now. They all missed you.
yes, we do.
Our friends here, they all
Oh,
ask me about you. Just say hi to all of them. Our friends.
hi to everybody that I'm back in the Philippines.
No, what I
See,
mean,
I'm over China. I just say that. I don't know. Like I'm a camera shy, I guess. Huh?
please like, subscribe in Danish, and thank you in Danish. Can you say that in Danish?
Maybe jag förstår inte vad du säger, men till Eli danskar, hvis du har lust att måske smälla eller gröna, subscribe Laurie och Rose. Det blir jag tror det är ingen ord för subscribe, men jag hoppas du subscribe dem för det där show. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much, and bye bye.
And don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down. Bye bye.